What's up, y'all? I know it's been a minute. I've been slacking on the posting. I've gotten lazy as shit. Honestly, I've been riding a lot and work, just having fun. But once the nicer weather rolls around, I'm definitely gonna get back into posting more. I'm also trying to focus a little bit more on longer form content because posting a short every single day is annoying as fuck. And I know people have been wanting the bike check. Listen, I want to make a bike check, but like there's nothing special about my bike, which is funny because anytime I'm outside riding, there's always somebody that's like, "Oh, that's a cool ass bike, bro." It's like, thanks, but it's nothing special about it. There's no like Phil Wood, there's no Rakita, no Envy, none of that special shit. It's just basic ass parts. The only thing special about my bike is the frame. That's it. Now I definitely, now I definitely, now I definitely have to answer a pretty important burning question, which is why do I have a brake on my bike, right? Now, I just want to clarify. I only have one brake, and that's on the front. So people are like, "Oh, you have two brakes?" No, I only have one. Now, why do I have it? When I first started riding fixed, I wasn't using foot retention. I didn't have straps. I didn't have clips. I didn't have anything. Now, I didn't know I needed foot retention, but without it, you can't skid. So I needed to have a brake. This went on for several months until I finally got clipless pedals, and then instantly I was able to skid. And I was like, oh, okay, now I see why I needed foot retention. But for months, like, I would be going back and forth with people like, oh, why do you have a brake? You can't skid? I'm like, I tried to skid and I can't. And they're like, you gotta push down and then pull up. And obviously, if my foot isn't connected to the pedal, pulling up isn't gonna do shit. So everybody I was talking to didn't know I didn't have foot retention, and it was just this, this constant back and forth, and no one's understanding what the other person is trying to say. But now I got it, I'm good. I can hop skid, but like I don't do those super long skids where you drag the fucking tire because I don't want my tire to shred. I did that once, and my tire tore the fuck open. And that was a good tire too. I'm not trying to spend, 60 fucking bucks on a random dice roll, on my tire ripping open or not every time I skid. Now I'll do it if I have to, like if I'm bombing down a hill and there's something up ahead, I'll do it. But just to do it for the sake of doing it to look cool, nah, I'm not gonna do it. I can't. I don't want my tire fucking up. Now, another question that comes up a little bit is, what do you think of Tony, Terry B, Crusher, blah, blah, blah. Okay, so, it's funny, I seen Terry B once last year, I think it was in May, and then the same year I ran into Tony twice, and I ran into Crusher once, but I also ran into them also at Alley Cats and shit. Now, they're all cool people, but the thing is, like, you go anywhere on the internet where they talk about fixed gear bikes, they will specifically mention those three names. And having ridden around New York City, I've met so many amazing riders who haven't had their stories told yet. They haven't gotten their chance at a hotline. And it's like, Terry's barely scratched the surface. There's so many incredible riders, there's so many incredible people and personalities, and just people with like amazing life stories to tell, Also, speaking of alley cats, Monster Track, I'm gonna be out there. I still gotta go sign up on their website and shit. This is gonna be my first time running fully brakeless since I've gotten my bike. I'm pretty confident about riding without using my brake, but I like to have it to make little micro adjustments. And that's the thing, I feel like people think I use it to stop. I don't use it to stop, I use it to like make little adjustments when I'm going like super fast. And like I don't want to get into that whole debate about brake versus brakeless, that shit is a dead fucking horse. I do want to say this though, having a brake will always make you move faster unless you're actually fucking insane and you're bombing through traffic brakeless at like 30 miles an hour. Very few people in the city are actually that fucking insane. And you'll see that type of riding during alley cats, but like just in general, just riding around, there's not gonna be that many people riding like that. It doesn't help that New York City's crazy as fuck either. These drivers have gotten insane as of late. You got all these fucking mopeds, these e-bikes, the people just walk wherever the fuck they want without looking, heads down on their phone. Drivers driving, heads down on their phone. E-bikes e-biking, heads down in their motherfucking phone. It doesn't stop. Everybody's on their phone. You'll always see people go on and on about how they know how to read traffic, and it's like, you can't really do that anymore. In order to properly read traffic, traffic has to have some sort of predictable pattern where you know what drivers are about to do. And there's just some days where every driver is doing the stupidest fucking thing possible, and it just puts you in danger. And you're like, you know what? Fuck this traffic shit. I'm gonna go on the bike lane today. These motherfuckers is crazy. Like, if you ride down 2nd Avenue after like 59th Street early in the morning between like 7, 8, 9 a.m., you'll see exactly what I mean. Traffic is all backed up. Everybody's trying to get wherever the fuck they want to go. Every driver thinks they're more entitled than the other driver. And this is why there's car crashes every day. This is why there's people getting hit every day. You've seen the video on my channel where I saw a guy crossing the street. He gets run over by a fucking car. It's really getting crazy and unsafe out here. Now, I don't have that much time left, but I do want to say I can't wait for this year's monster track. I think it's going to be the craziest one yet, considering how bad all these drivers are getting. We already know somebody's probably going to get hit by a car, but that's the risk that you take when you ride brakeless that fast during an alley cat. So me personally, I'm going to take it chill. I'm going to aim for like, I don't know, top 18? Somewhere between like 15 to 18. I was at what is it, that 3 Blind Mice alley cat, right? I was like a block away from the fucking finish line, and then, you know, somebody's like, hey, I know a shortcut. And then, you know, that turned into this whole 20-minute detour, and oh my god, it was getting late and I had shit to do, so I had left. But man, if I would have finished, I think I would have come in like around somewhere between 14th and 16th, which was surprising to me because I had missed like 3 checkpoints that I had to go back for. So if I had my directions right, I probably would have done a little bit better. So we'll see how Monster Track goes.